You just landed 15 hours on a plane. You are exhausted. You are carrying gifts for your kids. You just want to go home. You hand over your passport. The CBP officer looks at it, looks at you, looks back at the screen, and then he says four words that stop your heart. Can I see your phone? Your hands start shaking. Your mouth goes dry. You do not know what to say. You do not know what your rights are. You do not know if saying no means they put you on the next flight back. So you hand it over, and that one moment, that one terrified, exhausted, confused decision changes everything. What happens next is exactly what we are talking about today. My name is Timothy. I am a U.S. immigration analyst, and for years I have been sitting across the table from immigrants, good people, hardworking people, people who followed every single rule, who got ambushed at the airport because nobody told them what I am about to tell you today. I am going to give you the exact words to say, the exact steps to take, and I am going to explain your legal rights in plain English. Not lawyer language, not government language, so that you walk out of that airport with your phone, your dignity, and your status intact. But here's what I need from you right now. Stay until the end because somewhere around the 8-minute mark, I am going to reveal a hidden trap that catches even the most educated, well-prepared travelers completely off guard. A trap that has nothing to do with what you say and everything to do with one tiny setting on your phone. Stay with me. Let me tell you about Ahmed. Ahmed is not a real person, but his story. His story is real. I have seen it happen to dozens of people just like him. Ahmed is a software engineer. He came to the US on an H-1B visa 7 years ago. He pays his taxes, he coaches his son's soccer team, he volunteers at his mosque on weekends. By every definition, he is doing everything right. Last year, Ahmed traveled to visit his elderly mother in Karach. He was gone for 3 weeks. He bought his return ticket, packed his bags, kissed his mother goodbye. At the airport in the US, CBP pulls him aside. Secondary screening, it happens. Ahmed is calm, he knows he has nothing to hide. The officer asks for his phone. And Ahmed, because he is smart, because he has been in this country for 7 years, because he knows his rights. Ahmed says, I know you can search my device, but I do not consent, and I will not give you my password. He said it confidently. He said it clearly. He had read about it online. He felt prepared. But here is what Ahmed did not know. Ahmed is not a U.S. citizen. He is not a green card holder. He is on an H-1B visa. And for visa holders, refusing to provide your password does not give you the same protection it gives a citizen or a permanent resident. For Ahmed, that refusal meant one thing: denied entry. They put him on a flight back to Karachi the next morning. He missed his son's birthday. He had to scramble to get emergency legal help. It took months and thousands of dollars to fix. He did not break the law. He did not do anything wrong morally. He just did not know the difference between his rights and a citizen's rights at the border. And that difference, that one distinction, is the thing that can save you or destroy you at that inspection booth. Let me break it all down for you right now. Let's start with the law itself, the actual rule that gives CBP this power. It is called CBP Directive 33049A. This directive gives U.S. Customs and Border Protection officers the legal authority to search electronic devices, your phone, your laptop, your tablet for anyone entering or leaving the United States. Let me say that again. Entering or leaving. This is not just about coming in. This applies when you are going out too. Now, under this directive, there are 2 types of searches and the difference between them is critical. Type 1, the basic search. This is a manual review. An officer picks up your phone, scrolls through it with their eyes and their fingers. They can do this to anyone. No suspicion required. No reason needed. 0. You land on U.S. soil. You are subject to this. That is the law. Type 2, the advanced search. This is where they plug external equipment into your device. They copy your data. They run forensic software. This is far more invasive. For this, they need reasonable suspicion of unlawful activity or a national security concern. They cannot just do this randomly. Now here's where it gets important. There is a concept called the border exception. The Fourth Amendment, the one that protects you from unreasonable searches, normally requires a warrant. The government has to go to a judge, get approval, show cause. But at the border, the U.S. government says different rules apply here. They claim the border exception allows warrantless searches of your digital data. This is legally contested. Civil rights organizations, including the ACLU, are fighting this in courts right now. But right now, today in 2026, when you are standing at that booth, the border exception is the reality you are operating in. So what can you actually do? Let me give you your 3 legal shields. These are real. These are documented. These work. Legal shield number 1, the citizenship. If you are a U.S. citizen or a lawful permanent resident, a green card holder, you cannot be denied entry for refusing to provide your password. Read that sentence one more time. They cannot send you home. You have the right to refuse. You will face consequences. We will talk about those in a second, but you will not lose your right to enter this country. That right is constitutionally protected. If you are in this category, you have power at that booth. Legal shield number 2, the airplane mode defense. This is the hidden trap I told you about at the beginning. This is the one that catches smart, educated, prepared travelers. Here is what CBP policy says. Officers are only authorized to search data that is physically stored on your device. They are prohibited from accessing remote data. Data stored on servers in the cloud, your iCloud, your Google Drive, your WhatsApp backups, your email server, your Instagram archive, off limits by policy. But, and this is the trap, if your phone is connected to the internet when they pick it up, they can accidentally or intentionally access that cloud data, and it becomes a legal gray area that is very hard for you to challenge later. So here's what you do. Before you reach the CBP inspection booth, before you are anywhere near that officer, you put your phone in airplane mode. You turn Wi-Fi off separately. You verify it as disconnected. That one action legally separates your on-device data from your cloud data. It is completely legal. It is completely within your rights, and it protects everything stored remotely from being part of any authorized search. Do this before you land. Make it a habit every single international flight. Legal shield number 3, verbal non-consent. Now, if an officer demands your password, you can say these words. I am providing this under protest. I do not consent to this search. Write that down. Screenshot it. Remember it. Will this stop the search? No. But here is why it matters. These words preserve your legal standing. They create a documented record that you did not willingly cooperate. That record can be used by your attorney to challenge any evidence they find in future court proceedings. This is not about stopping the search in the moment. This is about protecting yourself in every moment that comes after. Now, let me talk about consequences because you need to know exactly what happens based on your status. If you are on a tourist visa, a B1, B2, or from a visa waiver country, and you refuse to provide your password, you are at high risk of being denied entry and put on a flight home. Period. This is Ahmed's story. This is the reality. The officer has that power and they will use it. If you are a green card holder, refusing will not get you deported, but it will mean prolonged detention, secondary screening, intense questioning, hours, or potentially days at the airport. Be prepared for that. If you are a U.S. citizen, same as the green card holder, you go home eventually, but not before a very uncomfortable, very thorough, very exhausting process. And regardless of your status, if you refuse to provide your password, CBP can seize your physical device. They can keep it for up to 5 days initially, and under what they call extenuating circumstances, they can extend that to weeks, sometimes months. They will hand you a receipt and send you on your way without your phone, your laptop, your entire digital life. That is legal. That is happening, and you need to be ready for it. Okay, you now know the law, you know the trap, you know your shields. Now let me give you your 3-step action plan. These are not general tips. These are specific, precise actions you take in this order every single time you travel internationally. Step 1. Before the plane lands, activate airplane mode as the captain announces descent as you are still over the ocean. Before you touch down on U.S. soil, put your phone in airplane mode. Turn Wi-Fi off separately. Do not just trust airplane mode alone on some devices. Verify the connection is gone. This legally protects every piece of data stored remotely. Your cloud, your backups, your messages on remote servers. All of it shielded by their own policy. This takes 10 seconds. Do it every time. Step 2. Know your status and know your line. Before you travel, you need to sit down and honestly answer this question. What is my immigration status? And what are the real consequences if I refuse? If you are a citizen or a green card holder, you can refuse to provide your password. You should be prepared for seizure of your device and extended detention, but you will not lose your status. If you are on any type of visa, tourist, student, work, understand that refusal puts your entry at serious risk. In that case, your strategy shifts to airplane mode protection, plus verbal non-consent on the record while complying. You protect what you legally can and you document your objection. Know your line before you ever get to that booth. Step 3. Say these exact words if they ask for your password. I am providing this under protest. I do not consent to this search. I would like to speak with a lawyer. 3 sentences. Learn them. Practice them out loud right now. Seriously, say them out loud right now, wherever you are watching this. These words do not stop the search, but they protect you legally in every proceeding that follows. They signal to any future court that you asserted your rights. They create a record, and that record can be the difference between evidence being admitted against you and evidence being thrown out. Saying nothing protects no one. Saying these words protects you. I need to say something to you right now, and I need you to hear it seriously. You cannot rely on YouTube to protect you in a crisis. Think about it. If you are detained at an airport at 2 a.m., you are not going to remember to open YouTube and search for the right video. You are panicking. You are exhausted. Your family does not know what is happening. That is not the moment to be searching for information. That is exactly why I created the US Updates Hub official WhatsApp channel. Here's what you get when you join. Real-time emergency alerts when immigration laws change overnight. And they do change overnight. We have all seen it happen. Breaking updates on new CBP policies, new executive orders, new court decisions that affect your rights before they hit the news. Direct access to our free rights card, a single document, one page that tells you exactly what to say, what not to say, and what your rights are at any U.S. port of entry. Printable, shareable, ready to hand to a family member before they travel. The link is in the description right now. It takes 30 seconds to join. It is free, and it could be the most important 30 seconds you spend today. Click that link, download your rights card, join the channel. Because the truth is, immigration law in this country is moving fast, faster than any of us have seen before. And the people who survive these moments, the people who keep their status, keep their families together, keep their lives intact, are not necessarily the ones with the most money or the most connections. They are the ones who knew their rights before they needed them. That is why you watch this video today. That is why I make these videos. Because information, real, accurate, documented information, is a legal shield that nobody can take from you at that booth. Share this video right now with every immigrant you know who travels internationally. Your cousin who just got his green card, your coworker on an H-1B, your mother who visits every year on a tourist visa. They need this information. They need it before their next flight, not after. I am Timothy. I will see you in the next video. And until then, know your rights. Use your rights and do not hand over that password until you